All right, for this lesson video, we're going to be finding the midline of our trig graphs. So we have to talk about what the midline is first of all. So the midline is that middle line of a trig graph that's directly in between the highest maximum point and the lowest minimum point. So when I look at this first example, I want to be able to draw a line that goes directly through the center of the middle. So if I know that my entire trig graph takes up from -1 to -3 for the range, the midline is going to be directly in between from -1 to -3. So right in between that, we can see is -2. But when we're talking about the midline, it's asking us to determine the equation of the midline. And when we're working with equations, if we have a horizontal line going from left to right, the equation is always going to be y equals. So if I'm looking at this, my y equals -2. And you can find that midline for all of them. If I'm looking at this next one, my entire range of my trig goes from 0 to -4. So directly in between that is again going to be -2. So I'm going to write it as an equation. I'm going to say that y equals -2. And you can always double check these by making sure that it is in the middle. I have 1 unit on top, 1 unit on the bottom. For this other one, I have 2 units on top, 2 units below. And you can do that with more of these. If I want to find the middle, the highest maximum point is at 3. The lowest is at -5. I'm talking about distance, 3 and then to 5 gives me a total distance of 8. So I want to find what's directly in between this length. Directly in between 8 is going 4 units. So going 4 units down from the 3, I now have 4 on top, 4 on the bottom. So I can say that y equals that middle value of -1. You can do that again for the next one. My highest maximum point is at 5. My lowest is at 5, so this total distance is 10. Directly in the middle of that is going to be 5 units down from the top, which takes me directly to the x-axis. We're going to label this as an equation, so y equals, I'm not going up or down at all, it's just at 0.